Are you willing to take the risk? Are you willing to sacrifice freedom for success? What are you? Basically, before we get going, if you like my videos or any of my videos, don't forget to hit the like button below, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more amazing tutorials. So, are you willing to take the risk now and be successful in the future? If you are, or if you're not, let me go through this process with you. Right? If you're willing to take that risk now, that is the risk that will transform you to the next level. Right? The risk you need to take now is, I'm not talking about putting lots of money investing or doing stuff like that. I'm only talking about the risk you can do to yourself. Like basically, that doesn't require you to literally pay anything. Right? It doesn't require you to make anything, no monetary terms, nothing, no money. I'm talking about the risk you take for you. Number one, working harder when nobody's watching. Right? Have you said to yourself, I want to get into properties, for example, and you end up binge watching Netflix, right? So, or you said you want to start your online business, you're busy doing something else, watching football, for example, or going on holidays, or spending time with people that don't add any value to you, right? If you say you want something, are you taking the risk to actually commit to it, right? If you're not taking the risk to commit to it, how do you think you'll be successful, right? Do you think these people that are successful are just like having it easy? No, they work harder behind closed doors when nobody's watching. If you want to be successful, that is the things you need to be doing. Yeah, you need to be working behind closed doors when nobody's watching, right? Because when you watch when nobody's watching, that is what we call genuine working hard on yourself, okay? You're working behind closed doors, guess what? It will manifest out there. Everybody's like, whoa, he's doing amazing, not knowing you've worked really hard behind closed doors to get to where you want to be, right? And also, are you willing to take the risk to separate yourself from negative people? Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because some of these negative people are very close to you. So obviously you're taking the risk to kind of separate yourself with these people, right? You don't have to take that risk. If you want tomorrow to be better than today, it's about taking that. In order to be successful, you need to take that risk. Because if you don't take that risk, it doesn't get you anywhere, right? If you're surrounding yourself with people that are not adding any value in you, how do you expect to be successful? How do you expect to be really, really successful? You can't, because obviously you're surrounding yourself with negative people. Are you willing to take the risk? This is important, okay? Are you willing to take the risk to quit your job if it's not fulfilling? Are you willing to quit your job if it's not fulfilling? Now that is a risk, okay? That is a risk you take. I've seen the statistics that shows 95% of the workforce do not like what they're doing. They don't, not just what they're doing, they don't like the people they work with, right? They don't even like their colleagues that they don't even work with. They don't even like to go in that building in the first place. But guess what? They happen to go to that same place 5 days a week. Spend more time with the people that they hate more than anybody else in the world, the most. Right? Imagine how stressful that is. Imagine how depressing that is. Spending 6 to 7 hours, sometimes 8 hours a day with someone that you don't like. Not just the person, you don't even like to be there. Right? So why do you want to do things that doesn't fulfill you? And then you may be thinking, oh, I've got a mortgage to pay. I've got a car finance to pay. I've got my insurance to pay. I've got all these things to pay. I get that. But how long are you going to live like that? Right? How long are you going to be in a job where you're undervalued, underappreciated, and you don't like? How long? 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 10 years, 20 years, 40 years? Right? That is depressing, right? And you end up maybe getting a pension that wouldn't even be enough to pay for your expenses when you go older. You have to take that risk, right? If you don't like what you're doing, if it's not fulfilling you, it's about time to quit. I will tell you now, you have to quit it. If it's not fulfilling, if it's not adding value to you, and if you don't like it, move on, right? Even if you've got a mortgage to pay, say you've got a something else to pay, right? You can set a strategy right? You can start doing this slowly, but as a side business, for example, start properties as a side business, right? Once you start making a bit of money, then you can go part-time in that job, and guess what? You quit altogether, right? But if you don't make that decision now, who do you think will make that decision for you? Your mom, your dad, your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend? Hell no. You have to make that decision yourself, right? Think about it. Think about it right now. Why would you stay in a job that you hate, right? I was in that position literally over 7 years ago. I was going to a job that I hated. I was undervalued, underappreciated, right? Getting paid peanut whilst I make people millions along the way. I realized it's not helping me. It hurts me, right? I only did it for 3 years. Well, 2 years actually, right? I know how draining that is. Imagine that for people who've been there for 5 years, 10 years, some people have been in this job for 20 years. That is crazy depression. Look, in order to be successful, you got to take risks. The risk to say to yourself, I'm going to move on. I don't care what's in front of me. I'm going to smash whatever in front of me. Right? That's what gets you to where you want to go. That's what gets you that's what gets you to literally unleash your superpower. Because then you know, I'm going to survive. I will have to make the survive. I'll give an example. When I quit my job, right? I quit it. I'm not asking you to quit your job, by the way. I'm not asking you to do what I did because I was crazy, right? Don't do that. So what I did basically, instead of going part-time, literally I quit straight. I quit. You know what I did? I give a little analogy here, right? I took a boat, sailed through that river or sea, whatever you call it. I went to an island, arrived in that island. I turned my back. I had a match. I burned that boat. I lighted it up. I burnt it, right? I'm alone in this massive island. We have lions, tigers, cobras, zebras, you name the things there. They're all kind of fighting against me, right? Because I burned that boat, I knew I wouldn't swim back from where I came from. Guess what? I had to survive in that island, right? Lions came my way, I smashed them. Tigers came my way, I smashed them. Cobras, smashed them, right? Poisonous snakes, left, right, and center. I smashed all that, and I'm still smashing it, by the way, right? I mean, that island never returned back. And guess what? I've built myself a nice villa in that island. I've conquered the island. All the tigers, lions, cobras, they're working for me now, right? They are working for me. We are now part of the same community because I survived it, right? I told myself I'm not going back because I burned that fucking boat, right? That's what you need to do right now. Burn that fucking boat so you know you have to survive, right? Because if you don't, you end up working until you die and you end up being in a depression mode, right? Because I can feel it. Because I knew when I was working, I'm only happy on a Saturday, Friday, Saturday, that was it. Soon as Sunday comes back, I'm back in my zombie mode. Right? I'm on a zombie mode from Sunday to Thursday. Sunday to half a day Friday, I'm in a zombie mode. Because I don't like it. But I burned that boat, and guess what? That boat transformed my life. Right? That island transformed my life. I survived. I said, yay! And I'm still in that island. I'm fighting. There are still some massive tigers and lions, but I'm still working towards them. Literally, I'm literally advancing to conquer more land, so I become more independent. Right? That's what you need to do right now. Right? Are you willing to take that risk? Are you willing to take that leap of faith? If you are, I look forward to seeing you in that island. I look forward to kind of celebrate with you. I look forward to give you a cheers up, basically, like that. Right? I look forward to that because that's amazing. Because you've done that. Congratulations if you're going to do that. Right? If you're one of those who wants to do it, or slowly by slowly, go for it. But do not procrastinate on it. Don't say, oh, I've got £2,000 coming in every single month, or £3,000 coming in every single month. If I leave that, I'm not having anything else. So, if you're not having it, is that the end of the world? No, it's not. Imagine what you could do with you, right? In 2 years' time, in 3 years' time. Imagine, you quit your job now, you secure first property, second property, fourth property. You look back 2 years from now, you're on your 15 or 20th properties and you're making about £20,000 a month. You'd be like, wow. Thank God I watched Rahim's video. That's what motivated. Well, anyway, I'm joking, but yeah, but that's what you could do. That's what I did, right? And I'm not special. I'm not the smartest person out there, right? I'm not the smartest person. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not the smartest, right? You know, I don't know numbers that much. I did accounting. I didn't even know how to add numbers, right? So if you can do it, you can do it too, right? I'm not special, but I told myself I have to survive the hard way so that I can get a better future for me and my family in the future. So I forgone security over freedom, right? Because I know security, that's what everybody wants. If you're young, if you're my age, you haven't started making a family yet, now is the time to sack your boss. Now is the time to take responsibility for financial situation, because once you got married, you got kids, you start thinking not about you anymore. You got to start thinking about your kids, start thinking about your wife, start thinking about lots of things, right? So if you're young, my age, or you're younger than me, you've never got married, you haven't got responsibility, it's easier for you, right? It's really easier for you because now you don't have to actually worry about taking someone else's responsibility, okay? Even if you have a family, by the way, you gotta make it happen. You gotta make it happen, because if you got kids, you want them to feel free. You want them to have the benefit that you didn't have when you were younger. You want them to be like, yes, my dad worked for me and I will take this to the next level, right? That's what you want to do. Believe in me, you think if you quit your job or if you go part-time, the money you make will not be enough. Believe me, it will be enough, right? It will be enough for you to survive. I'm not saying you're gonna live luxury life, but you will survive. And guess what? Once you survive through that hardship, once you start making that money, you love that money a lot more, right? You will cherish it. You will invest it wisely. You will give back to charity wisely. You will support your church, your synagogue, your mosque wisely, because then you know, this is you achieved it. But believe me, if you're working for people, you're not going to make that happen. It is not going to happen. Why? Because you're relying on active income. You're relying on active income. If you get fired, boom, done. You start thinking about your mortgage, right? If you got fired or if you got ill, you got hit by a boss, that's it. Money's not coming in anymore, right? So basically, find something that is fulfilling, that adds significant value to you, right? Do that now, otherwise, it's the big trouble. Let me tell you something now. Let me ask you a question. Would you prefer your security now over your freedom, or freedom over security? I will take freedom all day long. You know why? Freedom leads me to security, but people are doing it the opposite, right? Here's the thing. If you are not making money while you sleep, you will work until you die. So look at your financial situation right now. You're making money while you sleep, fine. If you're doing that, get it to the next level. If you're not doing that, it's about time to stop procrastinating. It's about time to putting this off. It's about time to take responsibility of you. You owe it to your children. You owe it to your partners. You owe it to your wife. You owe it to your husband or whoever your partner is, or to your family, your mom, your dad, or your community, or your church, your mosque, your synagogue. You owe it to these people, right? So take that responsibility. Take that risk now. It will transform your life. I really hope this is making sense, and if this is making sense to you, comment on the videos as well, so I know I am kind of impacting, so I know you're watching my videos. It gives me motivation to also get more videos out there. And if you disagree with me, same thing, write it on the comment. Let's have a debate going, okay? Comment on any of my videos, whatever I say. If you disagree with it, comment on it. If you love it, again, comment on it, ask questions so that we can get this going, okay? The fourth thing you need to willing to take that risk, right? Willing to take this risk is basically to follow your dreams. Follow your dreams against all odds, okay? Because once you start having your dreams, you'd have people saying, ooh, that's not gonna happen. How are you gonna do that? You know, you got all these negative people saying things left, right, and center, and you'd be like, oh, maybe I can't, You're absolutely right. Then you don't do it, right? Are you literally willing to take the risk to persuade your dream against all odds. Here's the thing. If you do that, you'll become a role model for lots of people. Because there are people that may be in your situation that want to follow their dreams against all odds, but you've already got people pulling them back, people pulling back, and then end up giving up, and guess what? They don't do anything. I heard a word or a saying. The richest place in the world, you know where that is? It's a cemetery. It's the graveyard. You know how many people lay dead with their dreams, with their ambition, and they never get to do it. They never got to do it. And now they're dead. With all their ideas, nothing had happened. They've been planning it, procrastinating about it, and then God took them away, and now they're dead. That's why the wealthiest place in the world is the graveyard, is the cemetery. Are you gonna die with your dream? Are you gonna die with your dream without actually at least trying it? You know, so you can say, actually, at least I tried. Right? Are you gonna die with your dream? Don't be that person. Right? If you're contemplating, if you're procrastinating, but take your life to the next level. It's about time to take action. You know what? If you take action, it will transform you. Lots of doors would open. Lots of doors would open. You'll be surprised. Do not die with your dream. Right? Go and execute them. Go and do it, no matter what the situation is, no matter how hard it is. Go out there and get it done. Right? Because when you start doing this, people start helping you. People start want to be part of you. Right? People want to start being part of you. But if you let go all these dreams, you die not doing anything. Imagine how would that be like? You'll be lying in your coffin thinking, oh God, I should have done X, Y, Z. It's too late now because you can't move. You're gone. Right? You don't want to do that. Right? Leave a legacy. You know, leave something for your children or for your community. Right? Or if you believe in religion or for your church, whatever it is, leave that legacy. They will say, oh, Peter did this. John did this. Muhammad invested in this. This is what Muhammad did before he passed away. This is what John did before he passed away. This is what Peter did before he passed away. It's a legacy, right? It's an amazing legacy to leave. You don't want to die with all your dreams with you, okay? So if you're one of those, stop it. Actually, take that risk. Persuade it. Just try it. You know, if you want to try it, try it, okay? Are you willing to take the risk to fail? Because that's another thing stopping people. Willing to take the risk. They're not willing to fail because they don't want their partner to look down on them. They don't want people to say, oh, you look at the failure they tried to do, weren't successful, right? I wouldn't know your failures anyways, right? People only see your successes, right? Look at Elon Musk, right? Elon literally was virtually going bankrupt in 2014, and today, guess what? He's one of the richest person in the world. He was virtually going bankrupt. He lost everything. 2014. Right? Today, he's one of the wealthiest person on earth. You know what? Because he took that risk. Right? He failed and failed and failed. And he failed his way to success. And today, he's doing really, really well for himself. Right? Do you know how many deals that I flopped? Do you know how many stuff I got wrong? Right? I have so many stuff wrong and I'm still doing things wrong right now. I'm still failing in stuff. But guess what? That what keeps me going. That what motivates me, encourages me to get it done. Learn from someone so I can reduce my mistakes. So I can reduce my failures. Nowadays it's so easy to kind of elevate your success. Because now social media made it so easy. You can see someone who you actually admire doing amazing. Contact them online. Say, listen bro, I like what you're doing. Or listen sis, I like what you're doing. Because you kind of invite them for a meal, for a cup of coffee, cup of tea. If they're doing any educational program, jump on them. You know, grab the opportunity, educate yourself. Guess what? It will change your life. Right? And I am a proof of that. Right? That's what I did. Right? One thing I'm very good at, I'll tell you that now, is to copy people. right? I copy successful people, right? That is a secret. That is a secret formula. Remember at school, university, college, we were told not to copy people. It's the wrong idea. The only way you grow, you become successful, is by copying people. And guess what? Make yours better than them, okay? You copy, you replicate, you improve on it. You copy, you replicate, you improve on it. You can see so many stuff around you, right? I'll give you an example now. Would you say you've only got one grocery shop near your house, or a corner shop, some people call it in London? You're gonna say there's only one corner shop in your entire town? No. Guess what? There's one corner shop there, corner shop on the other side, corner shop there. You know what? Because people are copying each other, right? And we were told in school not to do that, right? So you copy people, you copy, you make yourself better, and you're willing to fail, right? Once you're willing to fail, it would advance you. Today, let's have a look at it now. Something that you do every day. We had eBay. eBay was doing okay. People only knew eBay. Then Jeff Bezos come around and said, you know what, I'm going to take eBay into the next level. He introduced Amazon, right? Amazon Prime. He introduced a better way to buy a product, right? When he's done that, guess what? Some guy in China came around and said, no, what, I'll take it to the next level. Guess what he did? He introduced Alibaba, right? Alibaba is not just retailers, literally he's supplying businesses, okay? Online businesses. You know how many things he's done that failed, right? He gets sacked from McDonald's, right? He couldn't work for someone, he gets sacked. He failed and failed and failed, and guess what? Boom, Alibaba comes up. They copy each other, right? They copy each other, that's why they are successful. We're told in school not to copy, it's the wrong thing, right? You always copy in order to be successful, right? If you don't copy people and fail through that process, you don't get anywhere. So, the question is, are you willing to take these risks to take you to the next level? Or are you going to procrastinate on it? It's up to you. I really hope you like this video. If you like this video or any of my videos, don't forget to hit the like button below. Subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. And this is impacting you positively. Share it with friends and families as well, so that YouTube will push our videos up there at the rankings. So thank you so much for watching. I look forward to sharing the next video.